So often we say tremendous truths and we really don't understand them fully and we don't appreciate them. Like, for instance, God is love and God loves us. It's an amazing statement. And I'm sure that we don't really appreciate it or fully understand it as we should. But as we go into the weekend this week, I would just like to share some thoughts about God's great love. Hi, I'm John Kuert, pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me once again for another message from my heart to your heart to heart. And I pray that it will be a blessing and lift you up. So, just a few things, and this is only touching the surface about the love of God. First of all, the love of God is gracious love. That means he gives unmerited favor. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve his love, but that's the way God's love. That's the nature of love itself. Grace, and mercy. If you read history, you find that Greek and Roman gods were very like men. In fact, many of them were eroticized by human women. And many of them fought together like men, brawling in the street. That's in mythology, of course. But this God that we have, he is so above us, so beyond us, that Paul, the great apostle, had to invent another word to describe his great love. He invented agape. For this is above human love, above the love of family, filial love, and friendship, and all kind of sexual love between man and woman. This is the transcendent love of God. And you see, it's a gracious love, for the objects of God's love were the objects of his wrath. And that's the amazing thing. We tend to love people for who they are, if they're related to us, or what they're like, if they're good looking, or if they're nice to us. We will show love toward them. But this is a gracious love. This is an agape love. This is a love above all loves that he shows toward us. And that while we were even yet sinners, God sent Jesus. What love. Does that not thrill you? I'm telling you. Well, secondly, it's an eternal love. That's just a gracious love. And you find that clearly in scriptures because God is eternal. Think about it. His love must be eternal. Indeed, everything that he is eternal. Jeremiah 31:3 says, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn thee. Now, if that doesn't prove that, it's nothing to do with you. His love has nothing to do with you. I don't know what will. God, he loved you before there was even a you. It's hard to understand. It's hard to grasp. Hard to imagine. When only God, in his foreknowledge, knew there would be a you. God loved you. According as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world. Oh, man, that just... you can't... It's hard to wrap that around your head. Or wrap your head around that, whichever. He's predestined us into the adoption of children by Jesus Christ to himself. Man, that's God's love. It's eternal, even before I was even born. And thirdly, it's an unlimited love. God's love is unlimited. It's infinite. And that's what, Catechism says. God is infinite in wisdom, in power, and in love. In other words, this love is unlimited. You can't fathom it. The great depth of his love. You can never delve the depths of it. In its height, you can never climb it or scale it. You can never measure its length or height, for it is love passing all knowledge. That's what we read in Ephesians. It's beyond us. His great love, wherewith he loved us. May we be able to comprehend it. That's Paul's prayer. May we be able to comprehend it with all saints what is the breadth and length and depth and height, and to know the love of Christ which passes knowledge, that you might be filled with the fullness of God. See, God is transcendent. So I hope that you understand that God is love, that God loves you. And let me just leave you with this one last thought. There is nothing that you can do, nothing that will make God stop loving you. So often we put everything on, like we have to measure up. We have to do certain things in order God to love us. No, He loves us, and there is nothing that can take that love away. Nothing that we can ever do. And I don't know about you, but that just makes me want to love God and serve Him and be the best that I can be for Him. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me once again, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And God bless you. And come and see us sometime at Alpha. We would just love to meet you. And if you've never been at our church, and for those of you who are a part of the church, we look forward to seeing you Sunday at 10:30. Well, God bless. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye-bye.